Question: do you identify as a team player, an entrepreneur, or maybe you work well in a leadership role? Why do I ask you this question? Because we all have traits, like professional traits within us, that we easily emanate because it comes easily to us as it's part of who we are, how we're naturally born to show up and use these energies in a professional environment. So we could kind of maybe all fall in all three of them, but some of us may kind of tend to fall in team player. So team player would be like more working in team, in groups. You're comfortable working with others. If you're more like with leadership traits and qualities, then you would work best in a management role or something like that. And entrepreneur obviously is working for yourself. And I have been analyzing myself. I have observed others, and I do see a lot of dissatisfaction with work in general. It's very rare to hear nowadays somebody is saying, oh, they enjoy their work, they're so fulfilled. And this is something I've been asking myself for a long time, and this is something I've struggled for myself because I have been working 20 plus years in full-time admin, and obviously some of the traits, the qualities that I have within me helped me to be able to work in those kind of environments. And I can't bag my 20 plus years of admin because that is how I started. And we don't leave school having our dream job when we leave school. That is unheard of. We go through the experiences, the challenges, and we grow from all that. So it still begs the question, why do we still feel dissatisfied in our job, our career, or maybe we have our own small business that we just don't seem to, feel aligned with. And this is something that I have been observing and working on, and I realize there are certain qualities and traits that can be put into different themes, and these themes that are found in human design. Now the themes, when you have all these different aspects of somebody's qualities and traits put together, like grouped together, it creates a kind of theme. So the more dominant theme we have within us, that's where we will feel more aligned and motivated in our work. And I think this is where a lot of everybody, the collective, I'm not pinpointing anybody, just in general, I think this is where people just feel off with what they're doing. And look, if you're somebody who loves your work, you are, in alignment with what you're doing it with purpose and meaning, then, that is so good, because it's so rare to hear nowadays. What I have put together, observed and worked out using human design, because for me personally, I have been using human design to better understand myself at a deeper level and discover my traits, my qualities, traits, natural gifts and talents, and also my struggles and how I've learned life lessons from these struggles. So human design has helped me the last 3 years with all that. But now I'm using human design in a way to provide insights into why people feel dissatisfied with their work, but then how can they leverage their natural gifts and talents and abilities to find something or do something that elevates their joy in their work. And I see a lot of people, they think that to be happy doing something you love, you have to run your own business. But there's something about that because, yeah, I mean, everybody will love the idea of being able to work when they want to, doing what they love based on their passions. We all want that, right? But there's one thing. Not everybody is born to be an entrepreneur. It's all to do with the qualities and traits you're naturally born with, and how this comes out, how you express this in a very in the high expression. If you're in the low expression of all these qualities and traits, you are not going to be happy with your work. You are not going to be motivated. You're just going to continue to be dissatisfied with what you're doing. And the funny thing is, we think that finding another job will help us with the dissatisfaction. We'll feel better. We'll be happier in another job. But if you're still doing the same thing, even though you've been doing it for years, you might be doing this on autopilot, right? But even if you leave your job to do something similar, you're going to still experience the same challenges and demotivation, because maybe you are not meant to be doing what you're doing, even though you've got 10, 20, 30 years of doing the same thing, or the same industry, or the same field of work, because it's what you studied at a uni and you've got to carry on doing the same thing. And this is something that I have learned, that people evolve and change. So what you used to do when you were 20 and now you're in your 40s, a lot changes in 20 years or 30 years or 40 years. So how can you be doing the same thing you studied at uni 20, 30 years later? And it depends obviously on the subject. If you're a doctor, that's a whole different story. But I'm just saying that we evolve, things evolve, the world evolves, yet we still stay stuck in old paradigms of doing things when it comes to work. And wow, I've been on this has been really exciting for me, discovering, and I've kind of pieced everything together from my own experience working in admin. And don't get me wrong, it was leveraging my skills back then, because I very good, very organized and analytical, and all this has helped with and providing solutions for problems and system, working out how to use systems, and that's something that I'm very comfortable and naturally gifted to do. I've used all those gifts within admin work, but it's not something that fulfills me, right? But yet it's used what I have as qualities within me to do the work, and I did it. But work has to be something motivating and fulfilling and fun sometimes, when it's not too like serious, but it has to be something that you want to wake up to do every day, because work is part of your life. And whether it's full-time or part-time, you still have to do the work. And if your heart isn't in the work, then you are not expressing your true talents, gifts and qualities at the highest expression, at its highest frequency. You're just going to remain mundane and, just not happy or fulfilled in your work. So I have discovered also that within human design, all the different qualities and traits that we have, they can all be grouped into different themes. And I've used these different themes and mapped them to the qualities that can be found in a professional working environment. So like in the corporate environment, or, your own business or whatever, in some kind of business, corporate environment. And it dawned on me that these particular traits, some people have a lot more of traits within the themes. Some people have a lot more of one theme than another. They might have a mixture of all the themes, but there will still be one dominant theme. And when you lean into that dominant theme, you will then feel more relaxed and more aligned with what you're doing, regardless of whether it's working for a company, working for yourself, or being in some kind of leadership role. And the different themes that I've discovered within human design can actually be mapped to a certain role in a corporate environment. And this is so exciting. This is something that I will be sharing more, as we go along, as I dive deeper into all this. But I'll give a few examples so you can get an understanding what I mean. So some of us have initiating and beginning energy within us. So we're always here to initiate stuff. Not everybody is meant to initiate things, right? And some of us are. And some of us it comes so naturally, and some of us it doesn't. And it's all because it's how you are, your qualities, how your qualities show up for you, what traits you have within you. And human design shows us all this. It's fascinating. So I've deduced for myself that if you have initiating and beginning energy, you are somebody who would be really awesome in business development, in sales, because you are starting things, you are initiating things to happen, initiating new projects, initiating new clients. Can you see how that works? So if you are somebody who has a lot of initiating energy, yet you are working in customer service, where are you able to use that initiating, starting new things energy when you work in customer service or in front of, helping people with their problems? Doesn't match, right? So this is something that it's just so obvious to me now, and I think it's something that people need to know about when they look for jobs, maybe start a new career, or if they want to do their own business as an entrepreneur, because you might have a lot of entrepreneurial traits and qualities in you, but you're just holding yourself back because you're doing something, you're working for somebody else when you shouldn't be. So I'll give you another example. Let's say you have a lot of leadership traits within you. You should be at a leadership role because your dominant energy is leadership. Yet you're working in admin for a team, and you're not even a team lead within the admin team. You're just being told what to do. You have no say. How frustrating would that be? And that's something I think I felt for myself, because I do have a lot of entrepreneurial energy within me, and I didn't know all this until I discovered about human design. But it's always been naturally something that comes out from me, but I just didn't know about this. I didn't know how to use it. Anyway, I do now, and this is something that you might be, unaware of as well, that you are here to be a leader, yet you are being held back within an admin role and being told what to do. Leaders are meant to be told what to do. They can be advised, but ultimately they're the ones that lead other people. So this is something that I'm really diving deep into, and I know it's going to help a lot of you when it comes to job hunting, change of career, or thinking about doing your own thing. So I'll be sharing more in the coming days, weeks, and before I go, you can actually run your own free human design chart on my website, and this chart will provide the ideal work-life strategy for you based on your natural gifts and talents. So how you best operate within a working environment based on your aura and your key strengths. If it's something you want to check it out, it's free, and you get a free PDF download, so you can save onto your device and you can read whenever you want to. And it's just the basics to understand how you best work, your best work strategy is. And then obviously it goes into deeper, but learning the basics is amazing.